Welcome. This is Melinda Barlow, CZT, Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today's lesson is Dex, and I started one here, but this is Dex. I've done it in my calendar book, and so we're just going to set those aside, and I'm going to just show you about Dex. Dex is originally done with you just start out with little squares, but we're going to start out with our pencil and put our dot in the corners and our border, and then we're going to take our pen and we're just going to do a grid. So I'm just going to grid out my tile. So when we original Dex is done with you just start out with squares, but I'm just doing it a little different to give me more control. So now I've got it gridded. Now in the center of each one of these boxes, I'm going to draw a little square. And what this does for me in Dex is it gives me a place to put this square. I had a hard time lining it up and making it look proper for me. So I found if I just put the grid down first, then the square, I could get it to look better. Now I can go back in and I can fill in that square. So I've got a filled in square. And that's where this one comes in. I am just going to go ahead and fill in these squares. It was kind of like, okay, let's speed up without speeding up. And this one I did on point or on a diagonal, and I like it. So there we have our squares all filled in. We're going to come from the corner of each one of these squares out to the corner of that grid pattern. So just draw a line out from each corner. And it doesn't matter where you start, because you're going to do every one of them. They just need to go from that point of that square to the point of the grid. And you see sometimes I even jump around. So now we have it completely gridded off. I'm going to just come in a little closer so now you can see, because this is our next little step, is that I'm going to just focus on one of these squares, and I'm just going to use my pen and do a little shading on just one side. Just little strokes. And I'm doing it all on the same, in the same area of each one of these little squares. And they're really not echoed. They're just as close together as you can get them. So you just, without actually having it filled in black, you get a shaded look without shading it with a pencil. It's just shaded with your pen. And now that I've got all of those shaded, I'm going to rotate it, and I'm going to shade again so that I have two sides shaded that are next to each other. Or I shouldn't say shaded, but little strokes of my pen. It goes fairly fast. Doing decks this way, you can fit it in to lots of different spaces, because you can just draw that grid and then fill in your little boxes. I just feel like it's just a more comfortable way of doing decks. Now we can take it and we can shade in. I'm just going to put a little graphite on one side also. So I have center black, two sides a lighter gray, and then I have one side white and one lighter gray. And you can see the beauty that you get with decks. It's a beautiful tangle. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and check the links below for a link to the website so you can see pictures and step outs. Thanks again and have a great day.